Greetings and salutations, everyone. My name is Featherhoof.
And I'm CarnagePanda.
And we're back once again for more anime talk for summer of 2018. The 5 animes we've still been watching. Because we haven't watched any other ones that we may have possibly dropped. No, that totally didn't happen. We just watched the same 5 that are just really good. The ones we found really good this season so far. So,
yeah, and they're really, really, really good.
Of course.
We've definitely not dropped any of them.
Nope, there hasn't been a single one that sort of went below our expectations that we totally don't watch anymore or talk about.
Yeah, we've never dropped any shows this season at all.
Nope. It is totally not one that we just don't understand why the Japanese love and we just cannot stand it. That just totally isn't happening.
That's just really weird. How can they really, this just blows my mind.
I mean, no, well, it shouldn't because it hasn't happened. That totally didn't happen.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about the 5 animes we liked this week. Coming in at number 5 for us is Cells at Work. Of our 5, it sort of felt it was the weakest this week.
I'm really bewildered about this one because I do write books and put them up there, and this feels like this should have been earlier in the season.
Yes.
It's like they really got the whole thing mixed up here and don't know what they're doing. This one should have been episode 2 or 3, and the one that we watched last week with the cancer,
that should have been
season finale.
That should have been, yes. But they didn't. What we had today is quite the explanation of the circulatory system, the heart and the lungs, wasn't it?
Yeah, the heart and the lungs.
Yes. And basically all it really was red blood cell finally making a delivery without any help. Meanwhile, white blood cell is sort of just following her around and making sure she sees signs that point her the right way, or killing germs that just happen to be in her way, or anything without her knowing, so that she gets the feeling of accomplishment that she did it herself.
Yeah, that scene with the killing of germs, it kind of reminded me of that scene from Naruto when he's fighting pain.
Okay.
And it's anime only, but when he comes out of the water like a commando, like some kind of Arnold movie, like the Predator or something.
Okay, maybe I didn't see that because you said it's only in the anime.
Yeah, it's only in the anime.
Okay, see, I didn't watch any anime. I read it totally on the manga form, so.
Well, I don't blame you because the artwork's way better in that, but this totally reminded me of that, and for some reason, scenes like that just really cracked me up. And I don't know why, seeing some kind of sneaky commando work coming out, it's just funny to me.
I did love it because he kills them after he tells them to shut the fuck up, basically.
Yeah, he's like, hi, be quiet.
And then he
murders them.
Okay. Then he murders them.
Oh, and one other thing that I did comment about this show while we were watching it is that it feels like, due to the explanations they're giving, that this is marketed towards children.
This episode specifically, every episode they explain, when they introduce a new thing, they have the wall of subtitle, which they brought back this episode, to explain a thing. This episode, every minute or two, there was another wall of subtitle to explain another thing. It definitely felt like you said, one of those things that you give to an elementary school to show them, give the little kids an idea of what a thing is.
Yeah, and it feels like it was marketed towards children. This episode specifically, but you also have this juxtaposed next to just brutal murders.
Yes, because it's so much fun to watch white blood cell kill things. I don't know why. It's just so much fun to watch him kill shit. Because it's just, for whatever reason, it's just a single slash wound will cause gallons of blood to all over his white uniform.
And it's like in the opening too, where they kind of have the moe stuff, and they have the macrophage there, which she comes up in the opening, and she's got blood all over her hands.
She's just dripping blood.
What?
But I do love. I mean, it's always fun watching the white blood cells when they get the murder face. It's
yeah.
Ah! So, yeah, it was... I mean, this is going to be the shortest review or recap of this week, because that was just about it. Red Blood Cell is determined not to be a fuck-up, and she isn't only because of the secret machinations of White Blood Cell. The end. Yay! And that was kind of it.
Yeah.
So...
Other than the fact that maybe they needed to, edit this a little differently to change up the season just to be better directed.
I think, based on the preview for the next episode, and what happens at the end of this episode, where White Blood Cell is all like, maybe we should try and be nicer so that the other cells will, instead of being intimidated by us, will be able to identify with us, and, would be nicer to us and everything like that, and Killer T-Cell's like, fuck that noise! We need to be, we're fucking assassins, and your knife needs to be your heart, and blah blah blah. And then, like, he's walking around and seeing B-Cell being accepted by the other cells, and Red Blood, and everything, all the other cells being nice to other, immune cells. And he's like, I'm not jealous. I'm not fucking jealous! And then it shows, like, the preview, and it's sort of like, I think it was supposed to, like, set up something for that episode. But...
This show is definitely pro-murder, though.
It definitely is. So, yeah, that's really all we can say for this. It was really weak. It didn't really... like he said, it felt completely out of place in the flow of the show. So, with that, we're just going to kind of move on. Unless you got anything else to add.
I have nothing else to add.
Okay, so, moving on.
And for our fourth show this week, it was Hanebado. And Featherhoof, guess what?
What?
Fuck you.
Fuck you too.
Okay, so that's basically how this show is going right now.
Pretty much. Oh, God. These women are busting out their inner bitches. I mean, Jesus Christ. I think at this point, the only people who are decent human beings are, at least of the main female cast, are Aragaki and the chick with the glasses. I can't remember her name, but
that's Riko. But
Riko, yeah.
Ayano's friend, she seems to be a decent human being as well.
Yeah.
I just wanted to watch some badminton, and these girls are just being savages to each other.
Especially Ayano.
Yeah,
she's had
an about face in the evil turn instead of becoming good.
Yeah, it's like, what did we have? Like, in the beginning, it was her coming to being part of a group, being friends.
Yeah, she's really shy. And...
Yeah. And somehow meeting up with the blonde-haired chick, sweet, it's like, come to the dark side. Okay. Because now she's just an absolute bitch. It's like some chicken, she's in a match with some other little chick, and she busts up her ankle, and instead of like, oh, is she okay? Or, oh, what's, any kind of sympathy, she's like, so you just need my signature here, right? To mark the end of the match, right? Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, she just tells this girl to resign. Get out of here. You're not worth my time at all.
And then during the entire match with Aragaki and their former, her former friend, she and Riku's former friend who moved up to the other school, she's just sort of like, she just get up. She ain't gonna win. She's like laying. She doesn't even watch the match. She's just laying in the stands.
So you're saying that she went to the dark side. So it's only gonna be a matter of time before she is the Senate.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, she's gonna get the yellow eyes, isn't she? Because she's already got some this is some scary looking stuff here.
Yeah, and she's had it for the past couple of episodes. Her eyes are just like, she has no pupils anymore. She's just like, it's green, and she's got like the little psycho lines above and below her eyes, and she's gone. And it's like her friend tries to confront her, and it's just like, hey, this is badminton, okay? This is serious shit. If you ain't strong enough to do it, get the fuck out.
Yeah, get off my court if you can't hang with me.
It's like, wow. And it's just, I'm waiting for like the turnabout, like the return. Because she was nice, that she turned into evil. I'm waiting for the return back into nice.
You're waiting for the...
Actually, what I'm waiting for is her to murder somebody with a shuttlecock.
You're waiting for the return. I don't know if that's going to happen.
I don't know, because like in that last episode where she was matched up against the pink-haired chick, she almost put a shuttlecock through her chest. Like the chick didn't block it.
Well, that was the Aragaki match, though.
Well, that happened again in this one, but
I don't know what to say. Like, I think that the best outcome for this show would for her to just go full evil, and because I don't see, like, I hear it has already deviated from the manga. Like, the manga was more lighthearted and nowhere near as just savage as she is being portrayed.
Was she just as sweaty, though? Was everyone just as sweaty?
I don't know, because they said that the guy who did the translation for the manga is no longer doing it. So I kind of lost interest in wanting to go to read the manga.
Okay. So this episode was a lot of Aragaki versus Nozomi. What was her name?
Oh yeah, sure.
We'll go with that. Their former friend, and we used to call a Dokken guy.
Dokken guy.
Now he's just like weird lips guy, but it was just a lot of their former classmate. Her coach is constantly screaming at her from the sidelines, like, do this thing, and it's like when she doesn't do it, he gets in her face.
Yeah, he should not be doing this as the coach, because he's being really negative whenever she messes up. And
well, if she doesn't do exactly as he's screaming from the sidelines at all given times, he gets in her face.
But that just makes him a bad coach.
It does, it absolutely does. And and she's trying to figure out why she's enduring all this, and if she doesn't win, what's the point of enduring it all? And
well, that's exactly, he's putting self-doubt into his girl, and that's making her perform worse. So maybe she could have defeated Aragaki in this match if not for this guy.
It's possible, because the guy, his strategy isn't even just to beat Aragaki. He wants to take her out entirely, ruin her athletic career. He's trying to blow her knees out.
Yeah, so this is another guy who is not a good person.
No, this show is full of horrible people.
He wanted to blow out her knee. That's going to take some real recovery time there.
Yeah, and she even with recovery, she'd never play badminton again.
She might, but she would never be the same.
Yeah. So in the end, she, with a little pep talk from Aragaki, she just starts ignoring the dude. She just eventually tells him, I'm playing how I want to play. Fuck off. I want to have fun again. And they have a decent match where the scores are really, really close.
Except for the last match. Because
it was 21-17.
No, they played 3 matches, and that was one thing that I was wondering about, because they're obviously playing best 2 of 3.
Well, I was concerned because the second match, it always goes to 21.
Yeah.
And the second match was 23-21. It's like, how did they get to 23?
That's like the tennis thing for the match point, where you have to get 2 points over to be able to win the match if it's that close.
Okay, all right. But still, and the third match was 21-19, 21-23, and then 21-17.
It was 21-7.
Was it 7?
Yeah.
No, I could have sworn it was 17.
No, it was 7. They were really close in the first 2 matches, but
okay.
She looked like she could not hang. She did not have the endurance for it, which I don't blame her due to the levels of sweat that these girls.
Yeah, I swear to God, they're losing like 20% of their body weight in sweat.
I would go for 50%. This is just like a deluge. Like
it was so bad at one point Aragaki slipped on her own sweat on the court.
Yeah, it's
so
it's way out there.
And then at the end, her opponent, Aragaki's opponent, whose name I can't even remember, she's like, I had fun again. Yeah. And then the Weird Lips coach was like, I'm a bad coach. Oh, bad me. And everyone learned a lesson. And he partakes with Aragaki's coach. This last point was like, just make sure that, to be a better coach, you need to know when to take her out, too, even if she's going to hate you for it. Basically, we're setting something up. We're hinting at something.
Whatever could they be hinting at?
Yeah. So, yeah, it was one of those things, like, if I was there, where are the parents? where are the parents of these children?
We have already established
if I was a parent of that child who had that coach, I'd be down in that court going, dude, do not be screaming at my kid like that.
Okay, you're a good person, though. Let's take this into the context of this world, this shithole world, where Ayano's mother is just completely lost. She's a terrible person.
Yeah, leaves her tire after she loses a match while she has the flu.
Well, yeah, while she has the flu, I don't have any words. She
tucks her into bed after she loses the match. Like, tell her to tuck you into bed, and bye. And it's like, okay. And this world, like I said, this world is full of awful people. So
at least this interpretation of it,
yeah,
they're just this is a crap sack world.
Yeah. So it's interesting. We're gonna see where this goes. Ayano's going deeper and deeper into this hate-filled cesspool that being a bitch, and it's just everyone around them is evil except for Aragaki. Aragaki is like the only competitor left that's a decent human being. So we'll see what happens. But until then, I'm glad I live in this world despite its problems and not that one. God damn. Anything else?
I have nothing further to add.
So with that, let's move on to our number 3. And number 3 on our list is Dropkick on My Devil, where they definitely redeemed themselves from last week because this episode just started hilarious. What was her name? Perono? The
Poperone or
Pepperoni
Pepperoni roll?
Pepperoni. Let's say pepperoni. The angel Pepperoni decides to get revenge on Jushin, and does it with what she calls the Sword of Light, but
Sword of Light.
Yeah, is really just a thorn bat. And
yeah,
I think it was. What you said it was a reference to something.
Yeah, it's a reference to some other anime, whatever it was called. Some angel runs around with exactly the same bat. It's the exact same bat.
Yep.
And she clubs this guy because of making all the women 12-year-olds or whatever.
Something, yeah. We vaguely looked it up.
We looked it up to see what it was all about, but
yeah. So it Jashin-chan just walking home, and all of a sudden, thorn bat in the gut. And it's like
she's like, the fuck?
Yeah, she's bringing home stuff that Yurine asked for. She spills, it spills and everything, and she's all upset about it. It's like
because Yurine would hurt her.
Yes. And she's all like, I did this, Pepperoni is all like, I did this to get revenge after what you did. And she's all like, who are you?
Yeah, who the hell are you?
And she doesn't even remember beating the crap out of her, tying her up, and chucking her in the ocean. She has no recollection of it whatsoever. And in the end, they're arguing back and forth, and, Pepperoni's all like, I'm better than you because I'm an angel, and you're a lower-class citizen, and this, that, and the other. And so Jashin-chan just steps up, grabs her halo, and eats it.
Yes. She just takes her halo and eats it. Like, we're not even being facetious here.
No, just nom nom.
And this was another great reference, which
because then
everybody should be able to get this one.
She's glowing a bright violet golden aura, and she suddenly has angular eyes with big bushy yellow eyebrows, her hair sticking up on end, and she's talking about she's the perfect combination of justice and evil.
Justice and evil.
And she's gonna use her newfound powers, her new super Jashin powers to bring about much pain to Pepperoni. And then she's like, "Are you serious? Oh my god!" He's like, "No, not serious."
Yeah, so it lasts like for a few seconds.
I think she commented like there was like a second there where she felt warmth, but that was about it. It's like, but the thing is like, now you don't have your angel powers. You can't use them because I ate your halo. And she's like, so then Pepperoni just runs away, and that was the end of that skit. It was fun. It's funny. I loved it.
Yeah, they brought back the comedy.
Yes, it's right off the bat.
Like, last week, it just what happened?
Yeah, last week it was so tame, and that it was nice that they brought back the humor. It brought back the insane humor that we loved from the first 4 episodes. Then 5 and 6 were kind of, and then 7, there we go.
You know what I think I found? I really like it when the Japanese make an anime using Christian mythology, because
yeah, well, there's not just Christian. There's Greek mythology in there too, because you got Minotaurs and Medusa and
yeah, but basically when they start using any mythology or whatever and make it a comedy.
Yes. So then the next skit was what was the next skit? That was the one with where Jashin-chan thinks that Medusa is cheating on her.
Yeah, she thinks she has a new friend. And they do they ever really reveal who the friend might be?
No, because there was no friend.
Yeah, so Jashin thinks, oh my god, Medusa's cheating on me. My ATM has gone behind my back and is just totally defiling our relationship.
And when she calls her over to confront her, calling her bitch and backstab her constantly.
Yeah, so the one thing I noticed about this episode this week is that they, at least the translator, really went overboard on the swear words.
Yes. So it's like, and then finally Medusa's like, oh, I can't take it anymore because you keep calling me bitch and backstabber. But the thing is, there was no friend. I was just doing extra jobs like you asked me to, but told me not to tell anyone. And it was like, oh yeah, I kind of told you do that, didn't I? And Urine being right there, it was finally like, yes, we got back to this too. Just like decides to or it looks like she's gonna punish her. It's like, yes, we're getting back to it. And she goes, I'm just so disappointed in you. And walks away. It's like, aw, damn it.
It also turns out that both of Urine's eyes actually work.
Yeah, because afterwards, Jashin-chan trying to sleep, but she can't. She feels so much guilt, she's like vomiting in her bed. It's funny. Urine goes, did you just vomit on yourself? Yeah. Go clean yourself up. And shows Urine, she's sleeping. She doesn't have the eye patch on, but she has 2 perfectly working eyes. Why is she wearing the eye patch?
Maybe it's just for style.
Maybe. So, she feels so much guilt that she actually, next skit is, she decides to dedicate a day to Medusa. She's going to dedicate a day to Medusa. It's like, aw. And it's a very much an aw episode for the most part of it. Where, well, first, like, she levels up.
Yeah, she leveled up because she ate the halo.
They actually had a callback to a previous skit, and this one-eyed monster, little that big, gives her a potion that apparently stank to high heaven.
Yeah, it's
from personally from Satan, and she drinks it, and she Little Mermaids basically.
Yeah, so she gets 2 legs.
I love it so much because she's sitting there totally, because she never wears any clothes. Now she's got no legs and wearing no clothes. And the camera's in very risque positions, but Urine keeps putting her legs in other parts.
This is some of the best censorship I've ever seen, because they're not using like light beams or which is what has already been my personal favorite, robot arms coming down that actually move, but each time they're doing a shot, because there's really no clothing on Jashin-chan. She's just a snake body with the...
And her hair always covered her tits.
Yeah, her hair is always... But now she has legs, and every time they do a shot, Urine moves in some way to block what would otherwise get the censors all mad.
And it actually was great because they called it out, too. Urine goes, Jashin-chan, you need to wear some clothes because you're making it difficult for the animators. Which kind of cracked me up really good. So she goes out on a date. It's straight out as a date with Medusa, with her new legs. And Medusa's got a surprise for her too. She's got contacts that keep her from petrifying people, so she doesn't have to wear the bag over her head. And it's a cute date. It's like, aw, look at their date. Aw.
the bag over her head.
So, but all of a sudden it turns out that the context, instead of keeping her from petrifying other people, are now petrifying herself. And so they have a moment where she, and it's another cute moment. They get the bag back over her head, and they start carrying, she actually carries her back to Urine's place. And it's like, Urine is like, wow, you actually did that for your friend, I have some respect for you, good on you. And of course, Jashin-chan has to use this moment. She's like, now she's seen the good in me. She'll have, her weaknesses, her defenses will be down. Super Jashin drop kick with my new super powerful legs that will surely kill you. And midway through the air, she transforms back into her Naga state and just sort of plops to the ground. It's a great moment because now we're back to dropkick on my devil, because Urine just basically goes back to, it's like ties her up and it's like, well, we had a moment there, but you had to ruin it by trying to kill me again, so time to cut you up.
Yeah, she tries to, just get away with it by being like, oh yeah, I'm back to normal, everything's great, I'm feeling fine, I'm just gonna leave. And Urine's like, no, I'm not letting this slide. Nope.
It was, so basically this episode was really good, really funny, it brought back the humor. Then it had a really sweet little moment where actually Jashin-chan and Medusa had a sweet little date.
But personally, I'm not watching it for the sweet moments because...
Oh no, I'm not either. I just thought it was a nice little sweet moment. That was it was still interspersed with comedy.
I feel bad for Medusa because she's not really a bad person, but like everybody else is just a bad person.
Well, no, but Minos isn't a bad person.
That's debatable.
She hasn't been given the chance to be a bad person either, though.
But, like, Jashin-chan, she's just horrible.
Well, can you blame her, though? She was summoned against her will to Earth, and she can't leave unless... She can't go back to Hell unless Urine dies.
She was that way in Hell, though.
Granted.
And Urine's not a nice person either, because she's always inflicting...
Well, no. Because she actually does charity for the angel. The homeless angel, she constantly does charity for her.
I do understand that, but she's still pretty mean.
She's mean only to Jashin-chan.
She derives pleasure from it.
Granted, but again,
the faces that she's making is giving me great pleasure to torture you.
Yes, I'll give you that. I will concede to that. I will. Well, the goat-headed, the man goat with the woman torso, that thing's not a bad person.
You know what? I don't actually understand his role in the show. He's just there.
So, but hasn't been. Cerberus hasn't been bad.
He's a dog.
But you said bad people, that's right. Who else was in the show? The ice demons, they weren't bad. They went and made snow cones for people with their bodily fluids.
Okay, so you have a point there. With their bodily fluids, oh man.
They're lemon flavored and cherry flavored. Take a guess. If you haven't seen the show, just take a guess what bodily fluids they used for those two. Anyway, this episode, we liked it. It was a good episode. It was fun. And, we liked it. That's all we can say.
Yeah, me likey.
Me like it lots. So, moving on.
Leading off into our potassium overload is Banana Fish.
Yes, Banana Fish, which, poor Shorter. He's had his powers shackled.
Something tells me that Shorter will get his revenge, though.
Maybe. So we're continuing off. Shorter is still being forced to play the spy against Ash. Yes, I forgot Ash's name for a brief second, but I found it.
How could you forget these names? We have
Ash
we have great people like Ash Lynx and Max Lobo.
Oh, so how did this episode go?
It went very well because it's being a very great drama at this point. We had the parts that Shorter is still being bullied by the Chinese guy, and I don't think I could ever get these guys' names right because
Ute Long or something like that?
Something like that. Like You know what? I think that the translator is getting confused at this point.
I'm just going by how it's spelled. I know it's not. We've watched those. We've watched the subtitles and we listen to what they're saying. That is not what they are saying.
It's what they say on the screen is completely different than the subtitles.
Because apparently, according to the subtitles, this character's name is Yut Long, but that doesn't. I've never heard them say that. So,
yeah, they
or Yut Lang or something like that, or
some guys that are Asian.
The Chinese, they are Chinese.
Yeah, they're definitely Chinese. They go over to Max Lobo's wife's house.
Ex-wife.
Wife.
Ex-wife.
They get confused. They think that they're still married.
Oh,
the audience knows that they are not married.
Oh, that's true.
They're going through their separation or divorce.
Yeah.
But they're like, oh, you're definitely married. So they barge in there. They kind of rough her up and scare the little kid.
I think it's implied once again that she was raped.
You think it was implied?
Because the way that she started breaking down and holding Max at the end when he got there. And then, the specific...
I didn't catch that. I thought that the guy was just being a jerk.
And then when the guy sees Max at the end of the episode and he talks about how sexy his wife is.
He does comment on how sexy she is.
I'm pretty sure it's implied that, once again, there was rape in the show, but only this time we didn't get to see it.
This is Banana Fish. This is the most rape-heavy show I've ever watched.
Yeah. Jesus. So we got to the Chinese Mafia are like, we got your wife, you got your kid, come and get him if you think you can. So he and Max and Ash, the 80s power team, go and they're going to save him. And they get there only to find that the police are there. And the bad guys got away. It's
this is kind of a disconnect for me. Like, they got there and the police were there, and I was like, what?
They explained
they
somebody
do explain it.
Yeah, but I didn't know who it was. They said such and such called the police, had their phone on him. I'm like, who the fuck was such and such? I didn't even remember who that was.
Yeah, they don't even fill that scene in or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
so,
she was talking to somebody else when they barged in, and
yeah,
they called Max Lobo.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm gonna fucking kill all of you.
Yeah, what was it? Oh yeah, I'm gonna put a bullet through your brain. The most specific threat I've heard in a while. But, so of course this was all a ruse to get Ash out of the house. Because they want to kidnap AG and give him to Papadino so that Papadino can do to AG what he did to Ash so that Ash would suffer. Okay.
Papadino's logic is infallible.
Sure, we'll go with that. But they're having Shorter do it, and Shorter's a fucking badass. He's like, Arthur comes in to take possession of AG's body, he's all paralyzed and shit, and he's like, you touch him, I'll cut him, and then I'll cut myself.
He didn't say I was going to cut myself. He's like, I don't understand these guys.
He said. It's like, don't worry. He didn't say it, but he basically had inner monologue. Don't worry, AG. After I do you, I'll do myself, so you won't be going to the afterlife alone.
But it still amazes me that he's surrounded by all these guys who are not friendly, and they're like, "Oh, we got to take this guy seriously."
Yes, Shorter is like you ever play an RPG and suddenly you have a guest character in the party that's like way higher level. That's Shorter. Shorter is the guest party member who is way out class as your normal party members.
He's too strong for this story.
He is. That's why they had to shackle him with Ute. And then it's goes into the subplot with Ute hates his other brothers because apparently I guess they killed his mother.
Yeah.
And
this is the first time that they've even shown this, so I'm not sure what's going on right now. There's a couple different plot threads.
Yeah.
Where we have on the one end, Papadino's trying to rape AG. The other end,
while he's also trying to sell banana fish to the government, to the military.
Well, it's politicians. Yeah. Oh.
Well, but that's still another plot line going on.
We got the plot line of that, which should be expected.
Yeah.
And then we've got Ute hating his brothers and wanting to fuck them over.
Yeah, he's doing his own secret plot. He's gonna somehow take down the Chinese mafia. His 5 brothers. Apparently there's 5, or no, he's the youngest of 5.
Too
6.
many.
Yeah. So he's
then we have the 4th plot thread of Max Lobo and Ash wanting to kill everybody.
Pretty much.
And then 5th of Shorter getting his revenge.
Well, Shorter's being played because if he doesn't go along with what the Chinese Mafia says, they're going to kill his sister, so...
Something tells me that this is not going to work out in their favor, just because of how unbelievably strong Shorter is.
I mean, technically, this is one of those things, it's like, if they killed Shorter's sister, there's nothing stopping Shorter from murdering everyone on the planet.
This is
because he would do it.
This is going to, at some point, become the Shorter show.
I don't want it to be a shorter show. I like that it's going.
I'm just saying, there is going to be a bloodbath caused by Shorter at some point.
Yeah, I think so. But it was really interesting. We got to see they met with what's his name? The guy who created Banana Fish.
Oh yeah, the professor.
Yeah, Abraham. Or was it? Yeah, Abraham Dawson.
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Dawson and...
Professor Dawson, thank you. But
Dawson.
He didn't go to 4 years of professional drug-making college to be called Mr.
This was evil chemist school.
Yes. So, yeah. Banana Fish is... And we now have confirmation of exactly what it is. It is a drug...
Do we?
Yes, yes. That would cause it... That not only causes, like, instant bad trips, but will also cause the person to be... susceptible to what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
Subliminal messaging, to tell them to do things.
Oh yeah, because
somehow
the example they used in the show.
Oh god,
is
yes.
not at all politically charged.
No, it's not. It has nothing to do with what's going on in today's politics. No. Tell them.
So yeah, he's like, if you suggest to anybody, like if illegal immigrants are terrible, don't go ahead and say that and start murdering them.
Yeah. So apparently they're going to use Banana Fish to get rid of all the immigrants. Yes. With murder. So yes, that's what Banana Fish is, and Dino's going to try and monopolize it and sell it to the government to make money. Because, the guy's already rich as all fuck. Apparently he needs more money. And boys to fuck. More money and boys to fuck.
Boys to fuck.
So,
there was one good thing. The show did turn into a comedy at one point.
Did it?
Yeah. When Ash was going to punch the professor.
Oh, God! Yes! Ash is going to punch Professor Dawson, and Max is like, Ash, no! It's like, but! He's like, no, you misunderstand. I want to do it! Boom! And then... what's his name? The guy who's with AG, the Asian guy comes in, and it's just like, this
one
is
more for good
AG.
measure.
Boom! And it's like, all I always think is like, I hope you don't feel like big men beating up on an old guy. Jesus Christ!
Well, it was funny from my perspective, because...
I will give you that, it was hilarious. But then, the Chinese Mafia dudes who originally had kidnapped Max's wife and child show up suddenly, and they capture them. And then they burn down Abraham's house, because...
They really showed that house.
Yeah, they fucking... Fuck you, house. That's what you get for being
against
house.
us.
Yeah. And that's where it ends. It sort of, just ends with a cliffhanger like that, with them being taken away. Which is kind of funny, because they're like, we're taking you back to New York. It's like, shit, that's right where we wanted to be anyway, but damn it! So...
What conveniences abound.
So, yeah, this is like 1980s Game of Thrones at this point, with all the subplots and characters going on right now, and power struggles.
You know what? I love it.
Well, I'll tell you, I love it more than Game of Thrones, but, I just have my own negative thoughts on Game of Thrones. Anyway, not getting into that. So that was Banana Fish. Getting good. And that's saying something, seeing as it already was good.
Yeah, and we're in the long haul for this one, because it's going to be 24 episodes.
It has been confirmed. It's been 24 episodes. So if we do a what comes after summer, fall 2018, we will.
What comes after summer?
we will definitely.
How do magnets work?
This will be on our list. We'll still be doing this, and I have no problems with that, because this is an amazing anime. So with that, let's go ahead and talk about what ended up in our number 1 this week. And for our number 1 this week was finally Review Starlight, where I understand.
I definitely understand.
Do you understand?
I understand a lot.
I understand more than I did, because there was a lot of understanding. There was 5 understandings, in fact. We now know what this whole audition leads to. What the prize is. Why these girls fight. Why they try to, validate their shine.
I don't think there is a prize. Because
there is.
Somebody's already won this.
Well, they won it last year, and it just turns out that last year has been replaying for a very long time.
We don't know how many times last year's been replaying.
Well, it's been a long time because there was only a tiny little twig next to Jeffrey when Banana-chan won, because Banana-chan is best character and OP. But and then come later, all of a sudden, it's a full-grown tree.
That may be very true.
No, that was very true. So even Jeffrey goes, I have no idea how long we've been doing this, but it's been a while.
She's been winning a lot.
Yeah, she keeps winning the same year over and over again, because apparently the prize is you have the wish to shine on any stage, and they always put stage in quotations, that you wish. And she keeps wanting to relive. She was part of the 99th team, class. She did that Starlight show, and she wants to do it again. She wants that feeling again. She never wants it to end. And so she's been winning it every time, and creating a temporal loop where every time she keeps going back, and so that she can constantly relive it. And it was an interesting episode because it really showed a lot about Banana-chan, which of course is the best character. And she's it turns out, very selfish character at the same time.
Well, there is a scale of selfishness and also hatred for some characters that I would use. Last week's character, complete and utter garbage.
Yeah, she's a garbage human being.
I kind of understand, because Banana-chan doesn't want to move beyond this point. She wants it to stay like this forever.
Right.
Because who knows how many times she has repeated this year over and over again.
Yeah, it's one of those very childish, selfish thoughts. I kind of wish a child would make. I don't want, we don't have to worry about suffering loss or failure, because this year was perfect. This year there was so much good, so much happy, and this year we never have to go beyond it, and we will always be happy. But the thing is, it keeps showing her every time she wins it, she can never see that stage again. It's too bright. It's so bright, it's blinding her. She can never see it again, so she keeps trying over and over and over again. But something's different this year, because Hibiki joins the school, and that's Hikari. Sorry, Hikari joins the school, and that's never happened before. And she's sort of like, wait, what is she doing here? This shouldn't happen.
That doesn't happen. But she's like, I want her to be on the stage too.
She does, yeah.
Kind of like Karen does. She wants everybody to be on the stage.
And it basically, what this does is it bridges a gap that they created several episodes ago, where Banana-chan, for no reason, just goes, I'm not going to be an actor anymore. I'm going to work behind the scenes with the writing and the stage development, and all that jazz. I'm going to be on Group B. And it was just sort of like, it came out of nowhere, and everyone was like, why? And she goes, because.
Just reasons.
Yeah, so we finally got those reasons, and we also finally understand what the Stage Girls thing is. What's at stake. And it's actually really helped the show, I think. Something we've been complaining about every episode. It's like, fuck Jeffrey, if you understand, why can't we? Can we help us understand, damn it? So with 5 understands this episode, there was 5 understands, by the way, we finally understand. We understand where this is going. So...
Do you?
Yes, I understand. Now we just need to take that understanding and incorporate that back into the Karen and... Hikari storyline. Shut up. I don't know why my brain keeps saying Hibiki. I don't know why.
Yeah, you're totally wrong show here.
Yeah. So now we at least have some understanding of what is going on and why they fight so hard for whatever this prize is. Because now we know what it is.
And it also kind of brings to light why there was a lot of repetition in previous episodes.
Yes.
Because we have this kind of Groundhog Day loop going.
Yes. So...
Although, it's not horrible, because Banana-chan wants this.
Yes. And if Banana-chan wants it, I want it. And he wants it, because we all want what Banana-chan wants.
Is best character.
She is best character.
Best girl.
That, and we saw her, brief glimpses of her fighting in the Starlight, the Stage Girls thing, and she is OP as fuck, too. It's those twin swords. It's totally twin swords.
Yeah, so they've actually, like, there was that gap between Karen and Maya, where Karen could not really touch her, and she's like, at the end, she beats Maya and claims the #1 spot.
Banana-chan does.
Yeah, Banana-chan, and, well... I guess I was kind of going on saying Karen was, but it was Banana-chan. She defeats
Maya.
Well, she definitely defeats Karen if she defeats Maya. But,
well, we haven't seen that fight if there was one.
She defeats Maya, gets the #1 spot, position 0.
Yes.
But claims that it's so bright, it's dazzling, she cannot see it. And this is why we've had all this repetition throughout the entire show, and it's taken us 7 episodes to get the explanation. We're 62.5% through the season, at least on this show.
Yes. So, well, it's because the rest of the show we had to set up Karen and Hikari. So we set that up. They set that up. The two of them, they went to the Tokyo Tower. They proclaimed their dedication. They are ready to go. Now we had to explain what the fuck they were getting ready to do. We had to, they had to set up the Stage Girls thing, and they finally set that up. We finally know why they fight. So, yay! And this series got way more interesting now. Especially now that we got this, a lot of shows and a lot of stories do temporal loops and time travel well. This did it really well.
I would disagree. There's only one other anime I've watched that really does the temporal loop thing. And I'm not going to say it right now because I keep telling you that you need to watch it. But
well, I'm saying, no, then you're not disagreeing with me. You're agreeing with me. I said not in many other stories who do temporal loops do it well. I must have
misheard you then.
No, I said not a lot of shows that do temporal loops and time travel do it well. This one does it really well.
Yeah, and I'm really interested to watch it now because in the past of Banana-chan, Karen was present, and she had absolutely zero influence. The only thing that has changed here is the introduction of Hikari, and now she's like, oh, this could be interesting, She's the anomaly in the whole thing. Right, and it's so interesting. It's really the best way to describe it. It's fascinating, and now that we understand, we have some understanding of what's going on. The stage is set for a very interesting last couple of episodes. We have 5 more? 5 more to go.
So, we're going to see if Karen and Hikari get their shared stage together. And what that means for poor, oh god, we remembered her name last week, but we can't this week. The chick who's obsessively in love with Karen.
Oh my. She wasn't really that heavy in this episode, because I was too distracted by all the pink dots.
Oh god, yeah, it was pointed out to us. The forums and the Discord chats are all like, pink dots. There's pink dots everywhere. Not after I've seen it, you can't unsee it.
Yeah, it's throughout all the episodes. They're all over the place. Every
frame has a pink dot somewhere.
If you're not looking for it, you'll probably miss it. But as soon as you see it, over the place.
Yeah, the moment you see you see a single pink dot, your brain's gonna pick them out in every scene. Oh my god. I didn't know it. He told me about it, and after he told me about it, I'm like, pink dot, pink dot, 2 pink dots! That scene had 2 pink dots. I missed a lot of the subtitles because I was looking for fucking pink dots because of this idiot.
I am not an idiot.
Most idiots don't think they're idiots.
He's just making that up. I was cognizant enough to point out the pink dots, and he was the one not paying attention to the subtitles.
You were the one who... You were told about it. You don't need to pick them out. You were told about it just as you told me about them.
As soon as I saw them in the episode, I was like, no, I can't unsee them. They're all over the place.
So, with that, Pink Dot review is definitely our favorite of this week and deserves it. I cannot wait to see more. Can you wait to see more?
I'm gonna go to the store and get some banana muffins.
That sounds amazing. So let's go ahead and end this episode so that we can go get ourselves some banana muffins and just dig right on into them. So that's how we felt this week of the 5 respective animes we've been watching for the season. God, I mean, I know when we started this season, I really had super high hopes for Cells at Work, and it started off good, but and Review Starlight we sort of picked it because it was like to round out, so we had a 5th thing to watch, and it's turning out really good now. So yeah, and of course Banana Fish has been amazing from the beginning. So
yeah, Banana Fish totally solid. I don't think we've said a negative thing about it, and please don't fact check us on that.
Because even if we did say anything bad about it, that's a lie, and you're lying. Stop it. So, guys, we're looking forward. We have 4 or 5 more weeks, something like that. At least 5 more weeks.
We have a certain number of weeks between the number 1 and whatever, and I think it's 5. Well, I think it's around 5.
So we've gone over the hump. We're on the downhill slide towards the finales, and things are starting to ramp up. I'm excited for it. I hope you guys are too. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you did, hey, let us know with a like, comment, subscribe, share it, or you can click on the annotations for other videos we've done. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you all next time.